know who we are. You know who we are. We are QPR.
The 1966-67 season has gone down in folklore as one of the greatest seasons in the history of Queen's Park Rangers. This five-part series will look at what happened during this great season for the club. There was no rest for QPR after that superb win at Wembley. The team were back in action on the Tuesday night with a home game against Bournemouth. It was a night of massive celebrations. 21,000 fans packed out Loftus Road, and the team stormed into a 2-0 lead thanks to Mike Keane and Rodney Marsh. Les Allen got a third as Bournemouth were blown away before Rodney Marsh capped off a great night, making it 4-0. The club then produced a souvenir programme for the visit of Peterborough United on Saturday the 11th of March, but the visitors were there to stop the party and did so, drawing 0-0. A second 0-0 draw in a row followed at Orient, and it was the first time in 4 years that QPR had back-to-back goalless draws. Easter weekend followed, and that would see a return to the goal-scoring ways. Rangers played 3 times over that weekend. Good Friday saw Darlington visit Loftus Road, and they were the latest team to suffer against Alex Stock's free-flowing team. Goals from Marsh, Lazarus, Allen, and a Jim Langley penalty saw yet another 4-goal win. The following day, Gillingham made the trip across to West London, and they were in the frame for automated promotion at the time, but they were no match for Rangers. Ian Morgan and Rodney Marsh getting the goals to put Rangers on the brink of promotion. The busy weekend ended with a 0-0 draw at Darlington, who would go on to be relegated. So March 1967, not a bad month really. Not a single league goal conceded in 6 games, 10 goals scored, and once again unbeaten. And then was the small matter of winning the League Cup. We've had worse months down the Rangers. April Fool's Day saw us travel north to Workington, who were no match for Rangers. Another for Ian Morgan and a Jim Langley penalty saw Rangers win that one comfortably. But injuries were starting to pile up a bit, with Roger Morgan, Frank Sibley and Ron Hunt all starting to miss a few games. But the wins kept coming though. Scunthorpe came to Loftus Road struggling down the bottom, and those struggles were going to continue as Rangers gave them a good hiding as well. That game saw a debut for England youth international Dave Clement, who would of course go on to have a brilliant career at QPR. And he played for arguably our 2 best ever sides in this 66-67 team, as well as being a regular in the 1975-76 season. For a third division side, Rangers boasted a number of England youth internationals in their squad. We had Clement as well as Mick Leach, Roger Morgan, Peter Springett, Tony Hazel and Frank Sibley. Clement's debut saw Scunthorpe leave Loftus Road empty-handed. Rodney Marsh and Mark Lazarus both scored twice in a 5-1 win. We did suffer our first away defeat in 19 games, losing 2-0 at Walsall on a night where Rodney Marsh suffered an injury which would rule him out for 5 games. Still, the job was almost done, and we travelled to Oldham knowing a win would seal promotion and the league title. Oldham had been the only side to win at Loftus Road all season, so revenge was in the air, and even without our star man Rodney Marsh, we got the win, Alan Wilkes scoring the only goal of the game to complete an unbelievable double for the club. Loftus Road was packed out on the 22nd of April as the trophy was paraded around the pitch by this great side, and they got yet another win, 3-1 this time thanks to a double from Wilkes, who finished the season strongly. It's fair to say the season kind of drifted a bit after that. The job was done, and Rangers won just one of their last 5 games, a 2-1 win over Colchester, with Keith Sanderson and Les Allen on the score sheet. We lost as many times in the final 8 games as we had in the previous 38, but no one cared a bit. This had been a special season. Rodney Marsh was back, and he got our final goal of the season in a 2-1 defeat at Oxford, and we ended the season with 67 points. It's worth pointing out that if it was 3 points for a win as it is now, we'd have finished on 93 points. It was close for second place, with Middlesbrough just pipping Watford and Reading to promotion. Rodney Marsh was our top scorer that year with an incredible 44 goals, 30 in the league and 14 in the cup, which remains the highest number of goals scored by a QPR player in a single season. The team scored an amazing 134 goals in all competitions. Mark Lazarus got 21, Les Allen scored 20, Roger Morgan got 14. It remains the last time that 3 QPR players scored more than 20 goals in a season. This would prove to be the last season at QPR for Peter Springett, who left to join Sheffield Wednesday that summer, whilst Jim Langley retired from league football aged 38. Bieber continued to play in non-league for Hillingdon Borough. Alex Stock had put together one of our greatest ever teams, full of brilliant young players, great older heads, and an absolute superstar in Rodney Marsh. This was a season that put QPR on the footballing map as we got ready to play in Division 2 for the first time in 16 years. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a like and subscribe to the channel.
Who'd have thought that we'd have done it? Who'd have thought that we'd be here? Who'd have thought that we'd be knocking back champagne? Who'd have thought that we'd have won it? Who'd have thought we'd get the cheer? When final whistle blew, we'd won the game. QPR,
they're the greatest.
QPR,
They're the greatest.
Queen's Park Rangers are on the up and up. QPR,
They're the greatest.
QPR,
They're the greatest.
now we're heading for the European Cup. Now West Brom, they were the neater. At the start they had us licked. At half time we were feeling pretty grim. Cause the two that got past Peter, blimey mate, they had him tricked. But old Alex still felt sure that we could win.
QPR, they're the greatest. QPR, they're the greatest. Queen's Park Rangers are on the up and up all together.
QPR,
They're the greatest.
QPR,
They're the greatest.
now we're heading for the European Cup. We came out with Mike the Master, who was urging us to go, and then Roger Upton headed us a goal. Rodney equalised soon after, then before the ref could blow, well, I added yet another to the toll. QPR,
They're the greatest.
QPR,
They're the greatest.
Queen's Park Rangers are on the up and up. QPR,
They're the greatest.
QPR,
They're the greatest.
now we're heading for the European Cup.
Who've you got then?
Well, there's Frank and Keith and Tony, and Jim's not retiring yet. There's Les Allen, Ronnie Hunt and Roger's twin. With a team like that, not only can you flipping well get set, but you bet your life we're sure to bloody win. QPR,
They're the greatest.
QPR,
They're the greatest.
Queen's Park Rangers are on the up and up. QPR.